So hi, I know it's been a long time since I've been on here, and I told you I was having some serious health issues, so I thought that I would talk about it now because I guess it's a little more serious than I thought. I'm wearing my retainer. You know, I have my bridge cut, but nothing I can do when I'm on all of these blood thinners. So what happened was Boxing Day, I drove home from a friend's. It was about an hour away, and I wasn't really feeling that great. I got home late afternoon, and I was feeling kind of nauseated, not throwing up or anything, just not feeling really good. And then around 9 o'clock I was feeling even worse, and I was so exhausted, and I don't know why the exhaustion just came over me, and I had some bathroom issues, and around 3 o'clock in the morning, well, I guess sometime before 3 o'clock, I started having really bad tightness in my chest, and I called my son, and he said, "Why are you calling me at 3 in the morning?" And I said, "I think I'm having a heart attack." And he said, "I'm hanging up, call 911. So I did. And I should have called them first and then him next. So an ambulance came, and they were wonderful, really wonderful people. And they put a line in and hooked me up to defib pads and EKGs, whatever they had in their truck. That's what they hooked me up to. And then I got to, well, before I got to the hospital, the guy told me there might be a wait because it's 3 in the morning, and the cardiac surgeons probably aren't going to be in the hospital. But then about a few minutes later, he told me, "Well, you're lucky, there's been 2 heart attacks before you." So cardiac surgeons are in the hospital, the cardiologist, whomever. And when I got to the hospital, they switched the defib pads, switched all the electrodes, switched out everything, and I can't say enough about the EMS people. They were absolutely wonderful, and so was all of the staff in the hospital. So when I got to the hospital, they found a 100% blockage, so they put a stent in, kept me overnight, sent me home. But I have to have surgery. They said my heart is really strong, but I have some blockages. So I think everybody's heard of a quadruple bypass. That's replacing 4 arteries in the vein, in the heart. What they're going to do to me is a quintuple, so 5, and I'm not sure that there's more than 5. So they said that my heart was really strong, and apart from the blockages, to get blood in and out of my heart is pretty strong. So they're going to take a vein out of my arm and out of my leg. They're going to cut down my chest. They're going to cut some ribs and open me up, so it's open heart surgery. And you know what? I'm not fat. Oh, maybe by the BMI chart, I'm definitely overweight. I don't eat a lot of fat or salt, or I rarely have fast food. It's a big treat to go to a restaurant, which is really rare. I doubt that I go to a restaurant more than maybe 4 times a year, if that. I'm going to say 4 times a year. You know, I go out for dinner with friends and that, but to our homes. So I don't know why I'm so clogged up. I do like sweets. I love sweets. So maybe it's the sugar turning to fat in the body, but or maybe my blood pressure isn't high enough to move this stuff out. I don't know how it works, and I guess it's the job of the cardiac surgeons and cardiologists. And by the way, where I am, and this yesterday I was at an appointment at the hospital to get ready for my surgery, you know, blood tests and EKGs and all that. And I was talking to a cardiologist, and he says, no, a cardiologist is not a cardiac surgeon. A cardiac surgeon is a cardiac surgeon, and a cardiologist is the person that cares for you after cardiac surgery. So that was kind of interesting to me, but I was going to do some coloring, but I'm just not feeling it now. The more I just wanted to let you guys know where I am and to take care of yourselves. Don't end up like I am, because I am going to look like a rag doll when this is over. I am going to have scars from stem to stern. But for whatever reason, it certainly is a wake-up call. I've got a lot of life left to live, and right now my fear is, you know, dying on the operating table. And I told that to the cardiac surgeon and he said, no, he says, your heart is so strong, I would say you only have a 1% chance. Most cardiac surgeries, open heart bypass surgeries, cabbage, whatever they call it, the odds are 97% that you'll live. So I got 2 points taken off. So, sorry, yeah, a 1% chance that I'll die. 3%. Like, these guys are absolutely wonderful. The best hospitals in probably the entire hospital. If you ever have a heart attack or any kind of serious emergency, industrial, whatever, that's the hospital you want to go to. Those guys are absolutely amazing. So anyway, that's where I am in my life. My surgery will be on, if all goes well, my surgery will be on February 6th, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. They've just sent me a 66-page on my email, a 66-page book on what's going to happen and what I need to do, and all of that kind of stuff. I think there's more stuff in there, like goals and that. So take care of yourselves. Eat a vegetable every now and then. It can't hurt. Drink lots of water. I really honestly, I think it's because I love sweets. I think it's, you know, cakes and cupcakes and the sugar and the fat. It certainly isn't from eating fatty foods, because I am a meat eater. I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't eat, I can't remember the last time I had bacon. But anyway, I'm kind of scared, yes. I was going to do this as a live stream, but I haven't done one of those before, and I don't want to make this subject matter the first one that I do. So yeah, I feel like I'm shaking a little bit. I'm excited that the surgery is going to be so soon, because it's very stressful every day waking up. And every tiny thing you feel in your body, you wonder, like, you know, things that you would have thought just ordinary body feelings, you know, a few weeks before, you think now, oh gosh, am I getting another heart attack? It's weird. I was actually crying in the ambulance because the guy said, you're having a heart attack. And I said, you mean I've had a heart attack? And he says, no, you're having one right now. And they were so calm and cool, and like they've done this a million times, and they probably have. and it's very calming for you, but I was crying because I thought I'm gonna die and I'm not ready to die. I've got so many more things to do. It's it's just crazy. But anyway, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I just wanted to keep you updated. I didn't want to make another community post because even though it gives you the information, it doesn't feel, it feels cold. It feels cold to me. But I will keep you informed, and I'm hoping the guy indicated that this is where they're going to take the arm vein from, but I'm hoping not, because this is my left arm and I'm left-handed. So if I'm going to have a massive scar in my arm, I want it to be in my right arm. As far as my leg, I don't care which one they take the vein out of. And the reason that they're doing the arm and the leg, I guess, is because they're going to do 5 bypasses. So I guess they want to make sure that they have enough vein to go around. It is very scary. I hope none of you ever have to go through this. I've looked online at pre-op and post-op. I don't want to see the operation at all. I don't care to. I'm going to be out for it, and I don't need to know. But the pre-op and the post-op stuff I've been looking up, and this stuff is like 10 years old in American. There's, you know, some stuff that may be 7 or 3 years old, but there's not a whole lot of new stuff about a heart attack. And this is not heart failure. This is a heart attack. My heart is good and strong. It was the buildup of plaque in the veins. And I saw an image when I was in the cardiac surgeon's office. He showed me my heart that they took on their imaging machines, and it showed the veins, and the veins are like, I'm going to say a piece of string. So if this was my heart, and it's about that big, well, it was on the image, and there was a piece of string, say there was a piece of string going across it, just a small piece of string, like butcher's string. Well, where the plaque was, it wasn't a bulge in the string. It was like you have the string and then it turns into a piece of thread. That's where it's narrowed. And then it goes back to string again. And you can really see it, even though it's quite small. Like I said, a piece of butcher string to a thread to a piece of butcher string. And you could see my heart beating in there, and you could see all of the where it was narrowing. I couldn't see the one that had the stent in it, and that's what they did to me when they took me in the ambulance. Is they like, you don't go to sleep for it. They put a line in your arm, and the stent and everything goes in through that line. Or they could do your groin as well, but they did my arm. And when I came out, I had a big plastic square rectangular cage over that area so it wouldn't be banged or anything, because apparently you bleed like a stuck pig if you open that line. So I can't even remember what I was saying. I was telling you, oh yes, I couldn't see the vein where the stent was, but the stent, I mean, I could see the veins and where the narrowing was. I don't imagine that stent is, it's probably smaller than one of those springs that you have in a ballpoint pen. So I know that this is all convoluted, and I'm not, I wanted to tell you the story from beginning up to today. While I was coloring, but I'm not mindful today. I'm a little bit stressed out, and it's not because of the surgery. I did find out the date today, But it's not that. It's my computer is driving me crazy because I have new outlet and they want me to buy Microsoft Suite, and I want to go back to the old outlet, which I have on my telephone and works fine. And it's not allowing me to do that, so I've just deleted Outlook from my computer, and now I'm angry. But anyway, I will keep you guys informed. I'm feeling stronger, and when I'm calmer, I'm going to do my year-end review, and it's going to be a mess, and it's not going to be in order, but darn it, I'm going to do it because I am feeling much better. I've been walking about 3 kilometers a day, and oh my gosh, my son was worried about my phone when I had my heart attack. He had to get compassionate leave from Ottawa, so he came, he bought me a brand new phone because he said my old phone was not dependable and I should never turn a phone off, because if you ever need to call 911, you don't want to have to wait for the phone to restart to do it. And then, although I love my Garmin watch, he got me this Fitbit Charge 5, which I really like. And oh, I have to go up, I guess. So I can actually do a lot of things on here, and one of the things is an EDA scan, which is a mindfulness thing where you just sit and breathe for 3 minutes. I can do an EKG, or an ECG, but it's only going to tell me that I'm normal sinus rhythm. I'm always normal sinus rhythm. Like I said, my heart is strong. It's my veins that are failing. My arteries, my veins, I think they're veins. They're too tiny to be arteries. So yeah, so he bought me that watch. He bought me a new phone. When I got out of the hospital, he took me back to Ottawa, and I stayed at his place for about a week. I think he just wanted to keep an eye on me, plus he had the compassionate leave, so. And then he drove me back home. I couldn't drive my car until yesterday. They told me I could drive my car. And I had a friend drive me to the hospital, but I paid parking. Oh my God, I can't believe how much it cost to park at a hospital. So I paid for parking, and we bought lunch. And I bought lunch, and we had lunch, and it wasn't bad. We just went to the cafeteria in the hospital because I had 2 appointments, and then I had to have an EKG and blood work in between those 2 appointments. And wow, I'm telling you, these guys work really hard. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone that I met when I was in the hospital was very compassionate and caring, and you know, they would go above and beyond. I asked one guy for cookies the night that I was there, and he brought me cookies and a big carton of almond milk, which, well, not a big carton, but a big personalized carton of almond milk, and that was so nice. I didn't get to stay for too many meals, and the cups of coffee that they give you are, I bet you if you took this little cup, I bet you that would probably just about fill their tiny little coffee cups. But, you know, that's okay. It's not a hotel. It's a place to get well, so yeah, I could have sent my son down to Tim Hortons to get me a coffee. I think they also have Starbucks in the cafeteria, but I hate Starbucks. So I'd rather have a Timmy's. And to tell you the truth, I'd rather have McDonald's coffee than either of those two. So, but talking about coffee is not getting me anywhere because I really have to cut down on caffeine. I'm only having caffeine in the morning, and then I'm having decaffeinated coffee or tea. Decaffeinated tea, of course. And I'm trying to, well, until yesterday I couldn't do any arm exercises because the stent has to settle, I guess. You don't want to be pushing it out of position. So I've been just walking and walking and walking, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I did do some weights, but then I found out I wasn't supposed to be doing weights. Anyway, I hope, if not before, I hope there's an after operation where I can come on here and say, Yahoo, it's over, I survived. But I'm going to, as soon as I get all this computer stuff figured out, I'm going to do my year end, which I wanted to do the beginning of January. And we'll do that. And I'm really grateful for everyone that's hung around, even though I'm not doing anything. I really appreciate it. And, you know, all prayers and good thoughts are welcome, because I am scared. It's not nice to have your chest opened and your ribs cut and your legs opened and your arms opened. And, you know, the biggest worry about that, because these guys are expert. I mean, there's nobody better in the world, I'm sure. But when you're opened up, you know, there's always the fear of infection and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go and try to fix Outlook on my computer and read that 66-page document that they sent me. And I really appreciate you guys being here. I really do. Take care of yourselves. Stay away from the sweets. Don't be like me and end up having a quintuple bypass. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye now.